Welcome back to the Chaos, everyone. ChaosEclipse here. We are back on No Man's Sky today, and I am going to show you guys the quickest way to get nanites. Well, quickest slash easiest way to get nanites. There are many different ways. I'm sure a lot of people will argue with me, but let me tell you why I do it the way that I do it. Before we get started, there are a few things that I want to point out. First, you need at least 4 items. You have to be able to make a floor. You have to be able to make a wall. You have to be able to make the advanced laser for mining, and you have to be able to make at least one type of refiner. Doesn't matter if it's a personal refiner, the portable one, the medium, the large, even the one out on your freighter. Does not matter as long as you have one of those refiners. Now, every planet has a curiosity on it. So curiosities appear up on the compass there. So what I suggest is you can actually fly really low, not too low to where you're going to be taking damage with your ship, but fly low enough to where you're picking up things on the scanner, or not scanner, but the compass up there, that when you fly over them, they're going to show. So you can see how there I'm picking up the little knowledge stones and everything like that. Up ahead, I've already made a base, but you will still see what you're looking for. So the curiosities show up as what's over here by this base. So when we get close to this base, you're going to start seeing yellow 3-star curiosities. So let's get a little bit closer here. And right up here at the top, they should pop up any second now. There you go. See the little yellow 3 stars that are up there? That's what you're looking for. Now, every planet, like I said, does have curiosities. It does not mean that it's going to be runaway mold, but runaway mold is what you're looking for. For the most part, they all look very similar, but they may not look exactly like this. Best way to find out what it is go up to it and look at it, and it will tell you it's a curious deposit, and it'll say runaway mold. So with these runaway molds, basically all you have to do is refine them. So the reason why you need the walls is to kind of encase them here. You don't have to do this. You don't technically even need the floorings here. But it is better to encase them like this. That way you can kind of turn it into a base and you can return anytime you want. Because the whole reason that this is the easiest way to do this is because these actually respawn. So what I was talking about with the advanced laser, you need at least this here, the advanced mining laser, which I believe you can buy on the anomaly for 75 nanites. So unfortunately, you are going to have to at least find 75 nanites. It should not be that hard to find. Just go check buildings and everything, scan all the little things inside the building. Eventually, you'll get your 75 nanites. If you're having trouble with that, just keep at it. I promise you might run into a streak of bad luck where you're not finding any, but I promise you, you're going to find them very quickly if you just keep trying. So get those 75 nanites. Head up to the anomaly, and in the anomaly you'll speak with the person who does the multi-tool. On the right side in that multi-tool section, you can see the advanced mining laser in there, and you do need to buy that, and then you'll need to craft it. Once you have it crafted, you'll put it on your multi-tool, and then you'll be able to attack these little things. So when you attack these, you can see here in my inventory I don't have any runaway mold in here. It will start appearing right here. But I don't currently have any. So when we attack it, you can see there on the right side I got 632 off of one of them. So here's a 632. That is what it looks like. Let's go ahead and shoot all of these and see how much we get total. And this is why you want the walls. So when you start shooting these, they will start to run away from you, which is why it's called runaway mold. They just kind of roll downhill. They don't necessarily run. They're not like alive or anything as far as I know, but they just kind of roll. So building the walls does help with that. And then, like I said, these also do respawn. You just have to go a certain distance away from them in order for them to respawn. But we are almost done here. Go ahead and grab these last 3 here. And there we go. That is all of them. Now you can see that I got a total of 9,999 plus another 4,379. So if we look in here, I might already have some in here. Hopefully I don't. Okay, I don't. Perfect. So we'll open this up. We can go to our exosuit here. We can throw in the 9,999, and you can see that these actually turn into nanites. So it is going to take you 20 minutes, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead and start this thing up here. So go ahead and hold square there. Let that start cooking. Over here, we have another large refiner. We can take our other 4,000 that was left over, throw it in there, and start cooking. Oops, start cooking this one as well. Like I said, you can use any refiner. The large refiners don't need power, even if you build a base. I do have a power system in here, but that is for the portal there, so that I can get back and forth to this base as fast as possible. If you guys want to know how to set all that up, let me know, and I can walk you through that too. But basically, you just wait the 20 minutes, and then you'll have some nanite clusters. I also do have a portable refiner here. Like I said, you can also use, which I don't have one because I never use it. You can also use the personal refiner, which is right here, the personal refiner Mark II, or even the regular personal refiner. Doesn't matter which one of those. If you want to craft both of them or one of them, you can throw those on your character, and you can use those too. Now, with this, so while these are cooking, like I said, it's going to take 20 minutes to give you the nanite clusters. And we had 9,000 in the left one, and it was like 4,300 in the right one. So you can see there's no more runaway mold here. The whole reason you want to build this base is because if we go to our freighter, doesn't matter where you go as long as you leave the area. So technically we can go to a different base if we had one, which I do, but we'll just go to our freighter. So I'm going to go to the freighter here, and I'm going to come right back here. There's not going to be any cuts in the video or anything, which is why I'm talking, so you guys can see I'm not cutting anything, because I'm also not doing a voiceover for this. So this is our freighter. Doesn't really matter what's in here. We're just going to go right back down to the same base where we just were. And if you don't have a different base or anything, as long as you're going, I believe it's 600 units away from the base that you're making for the runaway mold, as long as you go 600 units away from there, they will respawn. So you can literally just run or use your ship, fly around a bit, and you can come right back. And look at that, we are back. There's all of our runaway mold again. This stuff is still cooking here. So I am going to go ahead and wait the 20 minutes here so you guys can see how much we get out of this. Pay no attention to how many nanites I have right now, which is 493,635. The only reason we're looking at that now is so that you guys can actually see how much we're going to get from this, which we'll be able to see anyway when the 20 minutes are up on each one. So I'll be right back. We are going to do a cut here, but you already know how much is in there, and we will be back in a bit. So give me a second. All right, guys, we are back. It looks like it is finishing right now. This one has already been done for a while because obviously it was less, so it took less time. So if we open up this one, remember we had roughly 4,300 in here, so we got 875 nanites out of that. Before I even click on that, you guys can see I did not change the amount of nanites I currently have. We're still at 493,635. We're going to go ahead and grab this 875 here. You can see the price here, or not the price, but the amount here did increase. And then over here for the full 9,999 that we had, we also got an additional 1,999. So basically, for every 9,999 runaway mold, you're looking at roughly 2,000 nanites. Now, let me clarify something. This is the legit way to do it, and like I said, there are other ways to do it. The main thing here is that you can easily come back and you can keep doing this. So even while these were cooking, I could have grabbed more mold and I could have kept stuffing it in there. The refiner will unfortunately stop cooking them if you hit the max amount of nanites per refiner, which is 4,095. So 4,095. And it'll still take more of the runaway mold, like you'll be able to put it in here, but it will stop refining it at 4,095. Now you can take out that 4,095 and you can just keep going and obviously still get more, Another thing that you can do is do like I have here. You can have multiple refiners set up. Doesn't matter which refiners you have, but you can have multiple refiners set up, and you can just load up all the refiners. So, say I wanted to put 9,999 in each one of these, I can literally just come over here, grab all of these, which gave us, what was it, roughly 1,300 ish nanites basically. So I can put 9,999 in there. I can leave, come back, get all the mold again, put another 9,999 in there, leave, come back again, grab another batch here, throw it in the smaller one. And if you want, you can even throw down more refiners, like I said. However, there is a limit to how many large refiners you can have in one area, how many medium refiners you can have in an area, but I do not think that there is a limit to how many portable refiners you can have in an area. The only difference with the portable refiner is you will need some type of fuel. That way you can keep them powered. And unfortunately, that fuel does not last the entire time when you're cooking all 9,999 mold in here. So you will need a lot of carbon or a lot of condensed carbon if you're going to use a whole bunch of portable refiners. But you can, like I said, you can throw down as many as you want. You can cook them all up and you can get a crap ton of nanites. Now, like I said, there is other ways of doing this. Some people will use Hadal cores. Some people will use, I think you can sell salvage data even. Oh, that's loud. Why is that so loud? Is there water here? There's no water near me. That was weird. But yeah, so some people use Hadal cores. You can use the larval cores. There's a lot of different things that will turn into nanites. And some of them will do it for more. So as you can see here, you can't even cook 4 of them. You need 5 to make 1 nanite cluster. So you need 5 runaway mold to make 1 nanite cluster. However, 1 Hadal core will give you something like 50 clusters. So a lot of people go for those. But the reason why I say that this is still better is because those Hadal cores, unless you're duplicating those items, they're going to be hard to come across. You can't literally just leave the base, come back, and find more of them. They don't work like that. The runaway mold works perfectly like that. Every time you leave and you come back, this runaway mold will be here. Like I said, if you don't have a teleporter, you don't have a ship or something, but you're able to have the at least refiner and like a little thing to set up a little base here, and you have the advanced mining laser here, that is all you need. And then if, like I said, if you don't have a ship or anything, as long as you're running about 600 units away, which takes, I don't know, roughly 5 minutes, if that, and then run back and all of the mold should be here again. Best way though is doing it with the teleporter. Like I said, if you guys want to know how I have this set up, let me know and I can actually break this down for you. It's not complicated at all. You can pretty much see what we have here. But for those of you who are new to the game or anything, just let me know and I will do my best to explain it for you guys. I'll even build it from scratch for you. Like I said, the hardest part of all of this is trying to find these runaway molds. You won't always find this amount in one area. Sometimes when you're flying around and you're locating the runaway mold, you might find a smaller batch of them. I will say the flatter the surface and the bigger the batch, the better off you're going to be. But your best way is just kind of cruising, probably at about this speed right here. But the main thing is keep an eye on the top of the screen up there. Look for the yellow 3 stars, how I showed you guys. And once you see those, land and try to find what it is that was giving off those 3 stars. It won't always be like I said, the runaway mold. Like even these ones here, these are 2 stars, but you're looking for 3 stars. So like these crystals here, you'll see yellow, those are 2 stars. But you're looking for anything with 3 stars, and if you're not finding any, they're probably just really rare on that planet. Just keep looking. Every planet has at least 1 curiosity. The 2 things that I know the most that I believe are the runaway mold, and there's also a thing called metal fingers. I believe those are 3 stars as well. But the only thing that you can use is the runaway mold. The metal fingers give you gold, so you really won't get anything out of that. And then I think you also need the oh wait, I saw something yellow there. What was that? Oh, that is a subterranean plant or something. It wasn't a 3-star thing. So I'm trying to see if we can find one here. That way I can show you guys how it is when you first find one. They'll just be sitting there on the ground. You can just land and make a base around them and go from there. So give me a second. Let me see if I can find one here for you guys, and we will go from there. If you guys do have any questions about anything in the video or anything that I'm referring to, like the advanced mining laser, the refiners, you guys don't know where to get them, you're having a hard time finding the stuff, anything like that, let me know. There is other ways of getting nanites, but this is the legit way of getting the nanites. If you guys want to see how I get my nanites and why I have so many, let me know. But I will say that it is basically cheating in the game. What I do is I duplicate the nanites, but you need portable refiners in order to do that. So if you guys want to know about that, let me know. I have no problem showing you. I'm just showing those of you who don't want to duplicate items on how to get them legit. And this is actually how I started off, because you need nanites in general just to even get started. So before you can even duplicate anything, you need just regular ways to get nanites. And then there's other ways to get units and stuff like that too. So if you guys want to see any of that stuff, let me know. I played No Man's Sky since the beginning. I've had a lot of corrupt files and everything. No, it's not from cheating. It's usually after an update or something like that. My files get corrupted. So I have thousands of hours in the game, but I think even on this save, I only have like 70 hours or something. I restarted this one in 2025. And if you go back and you look at part 1 of this series, you will see exactly what I had, and me deleting the older saves and everything like that. I will say though, the older, which is why I'm redoing this one specifically, because a lot of new people are coming in, they don't know how to get nanites and everything. But a lot of my older videos are worse quality, just because I play this on PS5 and I use my PC to record. So I did not have a good PC at the time, and that's different. I did not have a good PC at the time. Oh look, there's another one. I didn't have a good PC at the time, and I have recently upgraded my PC and everything, so it is a bit better now with how my recordings look and everything like that. So in case you guys are wondering why my older videos look like ass, that is why. But like I said, if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, put it down in the comment section. Let me see if I can find, I'm just going to fly up just to the upper atmosphere here so that we can move faster, so that I can actually see more land. Still water. Go a little bit higher here. Pretty sure it's all water still. Yeah, there's a little bit of land there. Keep going. There we go. Here's more land. Alright, so let's go back down. Let's see if we can find some of these runaway mold farms, or runaway mold deposits. That way we can turn it into a farm. Like I said, you just kind of want to skim the surface here, and the main thing that we're looking for is at the top. You're looking for the yellow icons that are going to be 3 stars. So we're just going to kind of move along here. Oh, there went something back there. What was that? Is it? Yeah, those are plants. That's not what we're looking for. There's some right there. Look at that. I can see it without even us getting there first. But there's the 3 stars popping up now. So this would be a smaller farm here. I think the one that I found is a decent sized one. This isn't bad though. I mean, it'd be a good start for anyone. But basically what you want to do is you want to build walls around this and some flooring. That way your Your walls aren't just standing by themselves. And then you'll have to throw down a refiner, doesn't matter what kind. Shoot these bad boys, put them in the refiner, cook them up, and there's your nanites. So this is what you're looking for here, guys. Just anything that looks like this. Now they won't always look specifically like this, which is why if you see the yellow 3 stars, how you see it at the top right now, you still want to land and at least come up and look at them, because some of the runaway mold does look a bit different. It won't always look exactly like what you're seeing on my screen. For the most part, there'll be big balls like this, but they won't look like whatever these look like. I guess kind of walnuts. Some of them look like more grotesque kind of living things and stuff, but it'll say runaway mold on it. And you'll see right there, it'll say curious deposit and it'll say runaway mold. So like I said, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down in the comment section. Do me a favor, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will have more coming out there for you guys. If you guys need any help doing anything in the game, you're having trouble finding something, you are having trouble trying to figure something out, you can't get off of a planet, whatever it is, I promise you, no one's going to make fun of you. If they do, I will ban them from my channel. But ask your questions down in the comment section. I will help you out the best I can. There has not been one thing in this game that I have not run across and been able to figure out. So I can usually help out anybody who's asking for anything. And if I don't know it myself, I'll look it up and I will find it for you guys. I'll make a video for you. That way you can see exactly what's going on, what I'm talking about, and we can go from there. But thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.